You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
When I went through the process of becoming press secretary, one of the first things they told me was, you're not even to acknowledge the drone program. You're not even to discuss that it exists.
Wow.
And so I would get a question like that, and literally I couldn't tell you what major asked, because once I figured out it was about the drone program, I realized I'm not supposed to talk about it. But here's what's inherently crazy about that proposition. You're being asked a question based on reporting of a program that exists.
Right.
So you're the official government spokesperson acting as if the entire program, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right. Pay no attention, we're setting up a world government. Pay no attention to all the autistic kids. Pay no attention to 10,000+% pediatric cancer increase from basically not existing to being epidemic. Just pay no attention to the death panels. Pay no attention to the increasing prices of health care. Pay no attention. Pay no attention. Pay no attention. Pay no attention to Alex Jones. I know nothing. That's what's so frustrating, is this is not hard to figure out. But I guess I was a kid growing up that they let me watch TV on Saturday mornings, and I could watch PBS documentaries on, you know, serious stuff, and I guess they took me to the opera and Shakespeare Theater, and I guess they did take me to Stanley Kubrick movies. I guess I didn't get the upbringing other people got. I guess I got kind of a snobby, hoity-toity one, but I went shooting and fishing and to boxing matches, too. My parents just exposed me to a lot of history and culture, and I guess the average person doesn't know that. I mean, because if you've read 100 books on Adolf Hitler like I have or more, it's almost embarrassing. I probably read 200 or more on World War II. I mean, you just know everything works. I mean, if you read a 700-page book on the SS like I've done, and it's so accurate off the Nuremberg trials, and then you see that we adopted all that, you just know how stuff works. Order of the Death's Head, read it twice. I just mentioned that because it's an easy, I mean, it's all about secret societies and this and that and this black op crew and how the British were funding this Nazi group. And I mean, and this is from the Nuremberg trials, okay? And then you got this childlike public that like, I watch NFL and got a Harley and I'm a man. I don't have to know nothing. Hey, I love Harleys and I love football, quite frankly. You want to get down to brass tacks. But that doesn't make a man. A man that does not make, if you said it in Yoda speak. Now, let's go to this clip. I want to play the full one. He tongue-in-cheek says I could be disappeared, but he's throwing that out at people to tell them, hey, you know, you're not supposed to say this. And then he goes on to say, no, the numbers are totally fake. This is, again, the CEO of Gallup, Jim Clifton. Here it is.
I don't think that the government is misleading us at all. I think that the number that comes out of BLS and the Department of Labor is very, very accurate. I need to make that very, very clear so I don't suddenly disappear. I need to make it home tonight.
So you don't disappear? Jeez. All right. We hope that wouldn't be a follow-up. Okay. Anyway, carry on.
But no, I think it's the way the number's being used. So Gallup analytic teams, they were trying to figure out where the middle class was, looked into the GDP, and of course GDP, your audience is very astute. You know, it hasn't moved in 5 years. Yeah, blended rate of 5 years is about 2.2. So then we went to jobs. We said, well, I keep reading in good papers, the Wall Street Journal, the Financial Times, and the president tells us that unemployment's the best it's been in 10 years. Okay, there's one side of it. Our concern with our analysts is that it's very, very misleading, because what America really wants are full-time jobs.
Okay.
30-plus hours, but here's the point, the misleading point. The percent of full-time jobs in this country to the population is the worst it's been in 30 years. And although you have an astute audience, when you're at dinner, ask people about this. Nobody knows that.
That's right. They count people working 2 or 3 jobs as jobs against the general population. And then Obamacare kicked 20, 30, maybe 40 million off of their full-time pay so people could avoid Obamacare, so you got to get 2 jobs. They call that a new job. I mean, it's just total horse manure from a pack of lion scum. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. The month of February is all about Valentine's Day. Big heart-shaped boxes filled with delicious candy. What if we, the Patriots, hijacked Valentine's Day and instead made it about human liberty and individual empowerment? I'm all about human potential. I'm all about the individual being empowered. The establishment is the opposite. That's why they spike our water with fluoride and GMO, estrogen mimickers, and the rest of the garbage. InfoWars is striking back in the month of February with Human Empowerment Month. How we can come together and win the human race. And to celebrate the kickoff of Human Empowerment Month, we're slashing prices on InfoWarsLife.com products like Super Male and Super Female Vitality. The sale is only running for the month, 20% off, and there's a lot of other powerful specials at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsLife.com, celebrating human potential in the month of February. Visit InfoWarsLife.com to find this special and many others in the month of February. Again, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're here. The last hour was just over the top how insane all the news is. General Mills starts pulling preservatives after an assault from the Food Babe Army. That's out of the Observer. And she always launches her operations here on this show. Great job to the listeners. British court throws out conviction of autism vaccine MD in Andrew Wakefield's co-author, completely exonerated. Next it'll be Wakefield. So see, they always say, oh, the study that vaccines hurt kids is a hoax. No, it was a hoax that they were discredited. There's a whole bunch of other studies show the same thing. Continuing here, the economy, every number, the Gallup is showing the real numbers that the economy is obviously in deep trouble globally. The Chinese, the Canadians, a bunch of other governments are saying just brace for serious global crisis, much bigger than 2008. I don't know how long they can push this off, but it is a big deal. We're going to be breaking that down. Huge news, as Obama says he's considering, before Congress passes a law, releasing the 28 secret pages of the 9/11 report showing a federal government stand-down by NORAD and the Saudi Arabian government funding the operations. That's in Reuters. I know you've heard this thousands of times here, but Now it's mainstream news. I know you heard it a year ago from Walter Jones when nobody was co-sponsoring his bill. He was on a week and a half ago. He is now about to have enough sponsors to pass it. They are very embarrassed. So now I predict Obama will come out and say they want a partial declassification to kill the movement to release the whole thing. And they're going to try to just make it about Saudi Arabia. Oh, am I going to get apologies from all these radio hosts and Fox News and CNN people that go, Alex Jones is a 9/11 truther, and he thinks the firefighters blew up the World Trade Center. That's what they say. I never said that. Because when I say government, they go, you mean the cops? You mean the, and I go, no, I mean high-level government. There was a stand down at NORAD, that's on record. Read the 9/11 report. Oh, shut up. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, you're saying radical Islam doesn't exist. No, actually it does. Our government's funding it, Al-Qaeda and ISIS, and protecting them. Shut up, truther. Just shut up. That's the games, the mind games they play. There it is in Reuters. Here it is in the New York Times. Yep, boom. Another one we're going to get to towards the end of the hour with our guest Stan Deyo. I've starved species greater than you. CNN airs creepy anti-human PSA. We're going to get to that. We're also going to get into the new domestic army, where no judge, no jury, no indictment. The TSA will just not let you travel or disappear you in a new bill that's being called by economists and law scholars just North Korea. I mean, it is North Korea. Lawmakers to Obama, arm Ukraine now. See, notice everything I've been warning about since 9/11, 14 years, is now starting to unfold. Because they said they would make the TSA a domestic ground force to just disappear people. Now it's happening. Lawmakers to Obama, arm Ukraine now. That means war with Russia. The president of Ukraine says if it escalates, Ukraine to declare martial law. I mean, this is just Jordan Moll's ground campaign against ISIS, mulling a quick strike lightning blow against terror group. As U.S. troops begin to deploy to the region to fight the group armed by our own military. I mean, this is just insane. Brian Williams, NBC News bosses are hanging him out to dry is the headline. Tom Brokaw is just as big a liar. But I guess it's okay to lie for the government or criminal elements. Just don't lie about yourself. Or just don't get caught. I predict he will resign. I predict he will resign because he's destroyed. I mean, how will they believe all the other lies he spews and obfuscations and omissions and manipulations once he's destroyed? I mean, he's no longer a good. And these thieves, they steal truth. They cover it up with lies. They are the cowardly and despicable American prostitutes. That's the headline on Infowars.com. A new story by Kit Daniels. Global debt nears $200 trillion. Governments, households in more debt than before Great Depression. Now, the $200 trillion is current real debt owed by governments and by people and corporations. The fake debt, the derivatives that the bankers created, that they then manage as a black hole to control countries that they get to sign on to it, is 2,000 trillion. I am plagiarizing Rush Limbaugh when I do that. I remember listening in high school to Rush Limbaugh. I'm 41. That gives you an idea how long Rush Limbaugh's been on air. And just love this. Okay, I'm sitting here laughing about all this. It's gallows humor. You know, they say imitation is the greatest sincere form of flattery. I now tune in to the mainline conservative talk show host, and I hear my talking points that are just truth. My talking points are basic maxims of understanding that I've come up with, that I've developed historically with analysis, and I just hear it all. I mean, I'm winning. You're winning. We're winning. And it's very exciting. We're going to have him up in the near future to break down Saudi Arabia and other big issues that he covers at his website. But today we're just going to focus on earthquakes, seismic events, and geopolitical operations. Stan Deyo is really an amazing individual. I'm not going to go over his engineering background, working in secret top security clearance operations with the FBI and with other federal agencies. He's developed solar-related systems for Earth's climate. He's been involved in a lot of Tesla-type research. He's done a lot of marine projects and marine architecture that are classified. advanced propulsion engineering. But what he really does, he's known for, is accurately with unorthodox systems predict seismic activity.